TVF.
What's the difference between your exhibitions and an arts fair?
The asylum is roughly 30 foot square, so it's one room. So it generally caters for solo shows. That's what works best. The main gallery hall at the New Hampton Arts Centre is obviously a public space. We've brought a couple of artists who've got studios, and the size just caters for over 40 artists.
We've got 37 visual artists in this particular arts fair, and then we've got 12 spoken word performers and 6 electronic music producers, and we've got dancers, and we've got all hands on deck, which obviously run their own events. So it ends up being close to 60 participants all collaborating together. So it becomes it becomes an art community rather than just solo shows. Because they all run their own separate events, collaborating together, it's the co-promotion that rather than it just falling under Arts Fair, they can promote to their own audiences, their own network, what they're doing.
You've mentioned All Hands on Deck a couple of times. Who are they again?
All Hands on Deck, they run a vinyl evening, and you can just come for 10 minutes and play whatever you want. You can go from like drum and bass to country within the space of 30 seconds.
You do a lot of work with people that are on the fringes of society. Is that a deliberate thing, or is it just something that's happened organically?
The devils are
A bit of both, I think.
I'm afraid I'm anarchist. I like this disenfranchised.
No apology needed.
Is that even possible to be a scared anarchist?
Again, the motivation for the asylum is political in some respects, because I worked a lot in commercial galleries in London, and I think the disparity between high art with millions and millions of paintings and local art movements is grotesque. And trying to see people in the value of artistic practice, because it helps a lot with mental health issues. That's what we're trying to do. I think commodification of art is very interesting, but also deeply problematic. And we worked out recently that Asylum contributes 0.000002791% of the global art market, which is worth £68.2 billion a year.
It's all reappropriated things that they're not even interested in. That's ridiculous.
Just tokens of wealth, whereas Arts Council funding has been cut. The gallery, Wolverhampton Art Gallery, has just lost all of its front of house staff. The lack of funding in general. We've always been self-funded for the first 18 months. Funding controls what you do and how you do it.
You watched very closely. Lots of reports and tick lists.
We do all of that anyway, but I don't like being told what to do. I think independence, autonomy is very important. We function in unusual ways.
Westworld TVF.
You've got a good following by the sound of things.
Freedom to express, isn't it? That's what people are looking for, without being judged for it. That's why I think it's organically kind of progress.
I know you probably don't need to, but if you wanted to attract some new blood, if people haven't got a computer, for instance, how would they find you? How would they know you existed?
Well, we're very lucky that obviously being a part of New Hampton Arts Centre has its own network that's constantly going in and out of the building. And we've got 3 rooms on the top main gallery hall. We're very noticeable because all of our logos are quite bright. Obviously we do have strong ties now with University of Wolverhampton and Wolverhampton Art Gallery. So it's word of mouth. We're very, very lucky that the network that we've developed are all very positive about what we do.
Part of the design of the artist quarter means that we'll be doing lots of public art, whether flyering, graffiti, and we've got lots of ideas for public sculpture, one of which hopefully will be Adrian's TARDIS. All artist quarters need visual signifiers.
Obviously Chapel Ash is slightly out of the city centre. We've also got curated artwork in Lighthouse, which we change every few months. You know, you can't even go for a curry really without seeing us. There's quite a few restaurants now in Chapel Ash that have taken on artwork.
We do Junction Festival. Last year we produced a 3-day festival of art and music in Chapel Ash. So it's not about top-down control, it's about trying to link up with individual artists and other organisations to create a stronger network of artistic practice.
Socialist art collective.
The arts fair, it's not a fixed date every year, is it?
The Gallery Hall in New Hampton Arts Centre was not derelict, but a very sad-looking space.
It wasn't used for anything, was it?
We spent 2 months painting all of the woodwork and all of the walls. And the idea is that we can do many more events and lots of people can utilise it with music or spoken word and music fairs. The capacity we have at the moment is we do one art fair every 4 months, which gives all of our artists an opportunity to show work. And on a rotation, so the 35 artists that showed last December get replaced by another 35 artists in Easter, and then we do a summer art fair, so there'll be another 35, 40 artists. And it's about momentum, so there's one show at the Asylum every 2 weeks, so everybody knows something will happen. And then the art fair gives people confidence to do work, and knowing that they have the opportunity. And the slow development of online shops. So we've got somebody in development on that, so we can sell work online.
2016, what months are you doing the arts fair, please?
1st to the 3rd of April, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The second one's July. Was it August? August. It would be December again, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So just the first art fair was last December, 2 weeks before Christmas. All of the artists are kind enough to give us permanent loan of certain pieces that we leave on the walls. So once the bulk of the art fair is taken out of the main hall, all of the corridors, stairwells and main wall space is permanently filled with loan. Engaging the local community as best we can.
I mean, this arts fair is completely about that. It's called I Am, and it's either the exploration of individual identity or the art collective identity or the identity of Chapel Ash and the Artists' Quarter, West Side Artists' Quarter, or the identity as a whole of Wolverhampton, which was named like the saddest place to live or something a while back.
The most miserable, apparently.
So many positive action groups have sprung out of that statement, just in protest, and it's actually spurred people to be passionate about where they live.
Right, thank you very much.